Uh, given the culture, given the area, given the people, what is difficult about living in Turkey as an immigrant?
The language and getting a job.
Mhm. Could you
Both.
could you give more context on that?
Yeah, I could. First of all, they coincide. So if you don't know the language, there's going to be trouble finding a job because, first of all, the people you're going to work with probably don't know English very well. So you need to know Turkish in order to communicate internally
Right.
and externally because there's many customers you're going to deal with who are probably not going to be foreigner. And there are many foreigners who come to Turkey who like Russians or Ukrainians, and they probably speak Turkish or Russian or Ukrainian, but they won't know English.
Is it
Even
because they're
some
like
foreigners who come,
sorry to interrupt, Yanal. Is it because they're like Turkic or Turkmen Russians, like Chechens, Dagestanis,
not
Kazakhs?
necessarily. No, not necessarily.
Hmm.
I'm talking about, even just the Russians or Ukrainians, not about that.
Would it be
Um,
like an American learning Spanish? Because that's the most
sorry,
relevant second language in that area.
yeah. Not in all cities. In Alanya, yes. So Alanya, for example, I think if I wanted to get a good job, if I knew Turkish and Russian, wow. But Turkish and English doesn't do as well, or Turkish and German, for example, in Alanya. Here in Istanbul, Arabic, Turkish and Arabic, you're golden because there's some areas where it's like, I'm telling you, some areas in Turkey are, oh, I didn't even touch on this. I don't know if it's going to be a next question, but
Touch it,
some areas
touch it.
touch it. I'm touching it.
You
Some
gotta
areas
touch
in
it.
Istanbul are like, dude, it's like Syrian, like just all Syrians or Somalians or Palestinians living in the same area.
Hmm. Is it because
And
they all speak
Arabic
Arabic?
restaurants. Yeah, I guess because everything over there is like Arabic restaurants and Arabic markets that sell Arabic bread and all that. So yeah.
Are there,
Um,
to expand on your point, are there a lot of foreigners working in Turkey who aren't necessarily Russian?
yes, there's a lot of Arabs who work here, a lot of Syrians working here. Sometimes working legally is different from it is different, sorry. I'm losing track, but sometimes you'll find many of them working illegally, and it's not something sketch,
Hmm.
what I'm saying, like
It's
for your
accepted.
viewers or anything. It's accepted. I mean, technically it's illegal because it's very hard to get a work permit here.
Hmm. Do you
Yes,
ever find
that's
foreigners like Americans, Europeans, even East Asians like Chinese and Japanese?
working.
The rare foreigners, yeah, working.
Working, not many. Living, yes.
Okay,
Retired.
okay. Oh, that's pretty
Mhm.
interesting. So basically, if it's someone who wants to move elsewhere, it's difficult. Like if you land there, there's no easy guarantee of a job.
Oh, and my parents moved here on the sense that, they weren't working anymore when they made that decision. So it's maybe a place you could retire and live nicely. Unfortunately, I don't like what's going on with the economy here. The Turkish lira, which is the currency of Turkey, is has
The lira.
plummeted intensely.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, there's some issues with the
And
economy, but I guess that's a whole different area.
whole
Uh,
different area, but what I wanted just to, sorry,
no,
like
no,
the
no.
last
Go
thing
ahead,
was
man.
that
This is all
it
about
makes
you.
it easier. It makes it easier for a foreigner to live here if he gets money from the outside. But if you're a young person like you and I, and you want to come here and work and you get paid in lira and look for an apartment to live in, it's not that easy right now, I would say.
What if you're okay? So this might be a special situation. What if you move there, but you're a freelancer and you work jobs outside of Turkey? How easy would it be or difficult would it be to set that up, the Wi-Fi, the apartment, the permits, living?
Having your freelance job outside of Turkey, you mean?
Because like there's all these talks of like digital nomads, digital expats, like they'll move to a country like the Philippines or
I don't,
India or South America, but their work is like digital. They're doing freelance jobs for Americans, for Europeans.
I would say it would be a lot more simpler than
Mm.
working here for sure. I mean, I live with my father, but if you get paid in dollars or euros, technically, or any foreign currency, and you're living here as a digital nomad, working online, it's easier for sure.
Beauty.